Hi, Jimmy. Hi, Jason.
Hi, Jim.
I have Jason Elkins with me today, and man, wow, good to have you back.
It's good to be back in the chapel.
In the chapel. We're in the chapel doing the Blue Plate Special. Andy Andrews Blue Plate Special. I wanted to, in case some of you are missing his glorious, um, he has a beautiful face. There's something about his face makes you just smile. So I printed a little, but unfortunately my printer printed off the top of his head. I don't know why, but look at that. Look at his smile. He has the whitest teeth I think I've ever seen. But Andy Andrews, hey buddy, we're all thinking about you, praying for you. I talked to Andy last night. We texted a little bit this morning. I think our buddy's doing really well. I think Andy's doing really well. So he had a little bit of a procedure on his neck, and man, I think he's recuperating wonderfully. He's probably maybe laying in the bed right now, watching on his computer, judging everything I do right now. I don't know, but hi Andy, I love you. I just heard Andy laugh. I had a feeling that made Andy laugh. But it's good to be here, Jason Elkins, who does my shows with me when I do the Erie Chapel, came out today. My assistant, can I call you my assistant?
Yeah.
He's here and always so gracious to come and help. And so I'm so glad to have him. So any advice, anything you read or see or questions that the thousands and thousands and millions of people watching ask, let me know.
I will let you know.
But so honored that Andy would have me do the Blue Plate Special. Now I have to tell you something kind of funny. So, they advertised today that Jason Crabb would be with me.
He's not here.
He's not. Here's the deal, and I'm going to explain this, but good news. Hold on. When I told Andy and everybody that Jason would be helping me today, of course I met my buddy Jason Elkins, who's my assistant. I love saying that. But they, I think somebody thought that Jason Crabb was going to be here, and so it was a confusion and a misunderstanding. But I texted Jason right away, Crabb that is, and said, "Hey man, won't you come over today and do the Blue Plate Special with me, since we have accidentally advertised you?" And Jason said, "I'm doing a photo shoot." I feel like Jason does a photo shoot like every day. I don't know. It's like he gets a new hairdo and he just gets a photo shoot.
If I had that hair, I would do photo
and then he just shaved, and now he's wanting to do new pics.
Okay.
I don't get it. But it's okay. But Jason Crabb said on Friday he's going to come here, and we're going to do the Blue Plate Special on Friday. Now listen, for everybody watching also, Erie Chapel Sessions, I'm back at it. I've been on vacation for a week, right? We finally got away. We snuck out away from quarantine. And then I went to see my mom for a week. So I've been gone, and I'm sorry. No service at my mom's to do Facebook Lives. And anyway, I'm back at it tomorrow night with Sonia Isaacs, the legendary, wonderful, spirit-filled, beautiful Sonia Isaacs, who I know very well. So she'll be here tomorrow night for the Erie Chapel. And then I'm going to do the Blue Plate Special with Jason Crabb on Friday at 12:15 and see if I can talk him into maybe staying and doing the show that night.
That'd be
at
great.
5. Wouldn't that be something?
Yeah.
Okay. I just heard somebody say shut up and sing. So,
Speaking of your mom.
Speaking of my mom, now listen, and I'll tell you a little story about that in a second, about going home to see my mom. But a lot of people have been, I've got a little blog, and I kind of gave the story behind this song. And these are songs today that I know Andy loves. I'm going to do some of Andy's, some songs that Andy and myself wrote, and try to make it about Andy today, and not so much about me. And that's not going to be easy. But I'm going to do my best, Jason. Jason Elkins, not Jason Crabb.
Right.
So listen, if you're here to see Jason Crabb, I get it. Just
wait till Friday.
Just wait till Friday. So, because it's going to be something. But I called Mama, and I explained about, and I know I've told this story a bunch, lost a good buddy, and really put life into perspective. And you know, when a lot of times we lose somebody, and it was a gut punch for me. I love this man so much, Dean Seiler, and I just went and parked by the water and called my mom and wanted to write a song about it. Tim McGraw cuts it, and this week I believe it's at 17 on Billboard. And
It's his fastest growing,
fastest debuting song of Tim McGraw's career.
That's great.
Says I called Mama. Got a call from a friend about a friend with some news no one ever wants to hear. It hit me like a punch, took my breath. He was just getting into his best years. Yeah, something like that'll shake you up, really wake you up. So I stopped off at a Texaco, bought a Slim Jim and a Coke, parked out by the water just to watch that river flow. Grabbed my guitar from the backseat, wrote a song just for me. I sung it for the blue skies, a couple live oak trees, thought of home, grabbed my phone from my pocket. I called Mom. It rang a couple times and she picked up. I can always hear her smile when I call. Said I just called to tell you that I loved you. I was missing you and Dad and home, that's all. Yeah, I got to really thinking this morning about what's important. So I stopped off at a Texaco, bought Slim Jim and a Coke, parked out by the water just to watch that river flow. Grabbed my guitar from the backseat, wrote a song just for me. I sung it for the blue skies, a couple live oak trees, and thought of home. Grabbed my phone from my pocket. I called Mom. Yeah, from now on, ain't gonna wait so long. Stop off at a Texaco, buy Slim Jim and a Coke, park out by the water just to watch that river flow. Grab my guitar from the backseat, write a song just for me. Sing it for the blue skies, and a couple live oak trees, think of home, grab my phone from my pocket. Yeah, instead of saying tomorrow I'm gonna, I called Mom. I called Mom. Huh? Thank you, Jason. Woo! Everybody inside of the church clapped on that one. And Jason's the only one here. What a moving song that is. I mean, just to, what an honor to be a part of something like that. And to just pour out my heart, feel as much as I can feel, so other people, knowing that the level at which I feel other people are going to feel, and make that connection. Tim felt that connection because of that authentic emotion. Just being, sometimes the greatest thing you can do is just pour out your heart and say it exactly how you feel it. And a lot of times, more times than not, that's what it takes to make those connections and to propel things forward in your family, in your life, in your business, in all aspects of your life. I just love authenticity. Don't you, Jason? You're an authentic guy. Jason Elkins. I wish people could see you. I wish I had a picture of you, but I don't. I can describe them to you. He's wearing glasses. Just, I don't know. I don't know what to say. He's wearing a purple shirt. Okay? But great guy. What a heart. Here's Jason. Did I already held that up, right? No, I didn't hold up Jason. So there's his head off as well. I need to get my computer, my printer fixed. It's knocking off people's heads. But look at that good-looking guy. He's going to be here Friday, 12:15, with the rest of his head. And at 12:15, and you talk about having fun. Me and that booger, we laugh like crazy. We laugh like crazy. And so he'll be here. We're riding on Friday, Jason and myself. Look at that. He's just a much better-looking guy, even with his head gone.
Susan Atkinson had a question.
Susan, lay it on me.
What's the first hit song you ever recorded?
Susan, let Susan know that I will be getting her stuff to her.
Okay.
Right? She won.
Yes.
Right, and that's coming. I've been out of town, but I'm going to take care of that. Susan, ask me one more time.
What was the first hit song you ever recorded?
That I ever had recorded?
Yes.
The first hit song?
Yes.
The first hit song was Why Wait for Rascal Flatts. That was my first number one, and that happened about 12 years ago. And yeah, that was amazing. Wrote that about Sonia and us getting married so quick. No way anybody's ever going to cut it. But Rascal Flatts did. It was their first single off that record. And yeah.
Again, a true life experience.
True life experience. Worked out well for me. It's
great.
First number one. First cut I ever got was, remember Randy Travis? Huh? I mean, growing up, Randy Travis was my guy. He was the guy. And the first cut I ever had, I had a record deal on DreamWorks, and the head guy at that time was a guy named James Stroud. I walked in the office because they were going to have to let me go because they were choosing between two artists they had signed. One was me, myself, and one was Daryl Worley. And they had to keep one of us. And Daryl was much taller, just tall drink of water. Women loved him. And I didn't have a shot. He sang lower than me. They let me go. And as I was walking out of the office, I said, thank you for the opportunity. I understand. Hey, it is what it is. And James Stroud said, hey, have you heard your cut on Randy Travis? And I went, what? I didn't know Randy Travis had my song. And he recorded this song. So I got dropped from a record label and got my first cut on the same day. How about that? But it went Cold House. Oh, it's country. Just before dawn. Oh my God. This feels so wrong. Clouds rolling and cover the sun. Is that country?
Country.
A new day begins. Day one, and it already feels like forever. It's over and done. So what can I do? Day one of putting my life back together. Day one of learning to live without you.
Wow.
I'm depressed. I am utterly depressed. What a sad song that is, right? But my first cut, and man, whoo! Randy Travis did one great job on it.
I'll bet.
And I remember I called my mom that day, and I'm like, Mom, you're not going to believe it. Randy Travis recorded one of my songs. And she said, oh, Jimmy, that's great. Are you happy? I said, yes, I'm happy. Did you hear me? Randy Travis just... No, but she was concerned about... She didn't care about that stuff. She just wanted me to be happy.
Oh.
I love Mom. I need to call Mom when this is over. Right? I should do that.
Yeah.
But, how amazing is that? So, what do you think, Jason? What should we do now? Any more questions?
One of Andy's songs, I think. The one that you have done together.
One more
question from Emma.
Emma?
Aylett. hopefully.
Emma Aylett. We're pronouncing that correctly.
Who's your biggest musical influence? Just flat out.
Biggest musical influence? Billy Joel. That's the truth.
Really?
Billy Joel. I'm a huge fan. I don't want to. Long story short, I was 8 years old. It's horrible. And so this was in 1977. And I'm, what, 7, right? I'm 7 years old. 7 or 8. And so I'm at his yard sale rummaging around. And I have $2 inside of my wallet. And man, I have been holding this $2 for a long time. But I can't wait to spend it. I've never really spent any money. So I see this cassette tape, right? And in those days, you could buy a cassette for, what, $4.99?
Yeah.
I don't know. But Billy Joel, there was this guy named Billy Joel, and I didn't know who he was. And I said, Papa, I want that tape. I just wanted to buy something. And the cover looked cool. And so he sold it to me, and he had $2 on a tape. In 1977, he had $2 on tape. And did he come down any? No, he took my $2. God rest his soul. But you know, one of the greatest purchases I ever made, I went home, I listened to it, Billy Joel. I was blown away. Amazing writer, amazing artist. And for my birthday a few years ago, Sony got me fifth row tickets, Madison Square Garden. I saw Billy Joel. There you go, my biggest influence. And I have so many more, but he's one of them. And I just he's in the Songwriting Hall of Fame, right? He's Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. He's an amazing amazing artist. So I should do something that Andy and myself wrote. Let's see. Hey, listen. This is a good song about second chances, Jason.
All right.
Right? This is something that Andy and myself wrote. Andy, if you're watching, you haven't heard me do this song in a while, sir. But, man, what a good song. What a cool song this is. There's more to the story. I was talking to Andy one day about how, you know, some of the stuff I'd gone through. And, you know, sometimes you think your best days are gone or done. But that's not true, man. You just keep moving forward and believing there's more to the story. Thought that'd be a cool song. I've been put down. I've been judged. I've been written off, tossed aside, yeah, told that I was never gonna be. But there was more to the story. And I believe them for good reason. Cause I had my chances, messed them up, yeah, thought I was done, it never dawned on me. There was more to the story. Cause I got chapters in my life still unwritten. The author knows the ending even though it's hidden from me. The longer that I live, the more I realize there's something better waiting, yeah, as long as I got air to breathe. There's more to the story. If where I was then is where you are now, if you might think your best days are done, life has passed you by, but that's a lie, trust me. There's more to the story. Cause I got chapters in my life still unwritten. The author knows the ending even though it's hidden from me. The longer that I live, the more I realize there's something better waiting, yeah, as long as I got air to breathe. There's more to the story. There's more to your story. I believe that. I believe that no matter what you're going through, what you've done, how bad you have messed up, if you think you've messed up too much, give me a call sometime and I'll prove you wrong, right? You think you can't come back from it, you know, I love to proclaim where I was, where I am, and how I got here. And I got here through humility and letting go and letting somebody bigger than myself take charge. And so, yeah, there's more to your story. What a great message.
Great message.
What a great reminder, man. I'm going to have a drink here. I am sponsored by Monster Energy, and contractually, I have to take a drink.
That is not true.
That is not true, but Monster, if you're watching.
We should be.
But Andy Andrews, you know, this is about Andy Andrews. I love Andy Andrews. People ask me sometimes, how did you meet Andy? Well, I met Andy through Bill Gaither. The Isaacs were actually doing some shows with Bill Gaither, and I would show up, and Andy would be there doing some talks and what have you. We just kind of gravitated towards each other. A lot of people wanted to be around Andy because of his humor, and because he was so funny. I was intrigued by Andy's intelligence. I just thought when he did these talks, his principles and his techniques and the way he raised his boys and the stuff he talked about concerning that really influenced me so much, and I was so drawn to him. And so we just became buddies. And he called me one day. You know, I've been working for years on talks and things that I wanted to do, principle-based talks surrounded, encompassed by songwriting, and believing that one day that window would open and that opportunity to do that and present that. And Andy calls me one day and says, "Come down to my house. I think you'd be great at this." And I'm like, "You got to be kidding me!" Wow. And today, doing talks for Premier Speakers Bureau and everything, thanks to Andy Andrews and his insight into seeing something in me that a lot of people didn't see.
Yeah.
So I owe Andy Andrews a lot, and that's why I'm here right now, because I have to. Because I'm paying him back. No. I just love Andy Andrews, and I'll do every show he wants me to do. And I can't see any comments. You know, this is weird for me, because normally I do Facebook Lives. But here I am at this location in Hendersonville, Tennessee, doing the Blue Plate special, but I can't see anything but myself just in the corner and no comments. Read me a comment.
Beverly wants to know if you are recording a project with Andy at some point.
Recording a project
Yep.
with Andy. We've talked about doing some things, some little, you mean as far as talking and speaking and things of that nature, I would think.
I think maybe these songs.
These songs, yes. I will be doing a lot of these songs on a project. I'm going to do an exclusively gospel
With him?
album. Not with him.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, with him in so much as he helps write these songs.
Sure.
Right? There's so many good songs that we've written together. But Andy, as a vocalist, I don't think anybody wants him to make a record. So, I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know. No, Andy, he probably can't sing. I don't remember. I don't think so. But man, what a writer. What a writer Andy Andrews is. I mean, he's a songwriter and an author.
He's a great author. Susan wanted to know if you've learned to play the organ in the chapel yet.
I haven't. You gotta do your feet like this and get that air going through that thing. But not yet.
Renee Quillen wants to know where Jason Crabb is.
She wants to know. So you must have missed. Yeah. That was false advertising. If you're going to complain to anybody, please, you can reach Andy Andrews at P.O. Box. I don't know. But it was not my doing. I actually, to tell you again, for people that have just joined us or whatever, they somehow, I've got Jason Elkins, my assistant with me that helps me with these shows, and they thought I meant Jason Crabb because Jason and I do a lot of shows together. So I texted Jason, said, "Jason, come over." He said, "I can. I'm doing a photo shoot," because he's got a new hairdo and couldn't do it. But Jason is coming over Friday to write with me, and he has agreed to do the Blue Plate special, 12:15 Blue Plate special on Friday. I will be doing that with the legendary and wonderful Jason Crabb. I lost his picture. His picture's gone. You know who Jason Crabb is. Look who else I have with me. Sonia. Guess what, people? How did that ever happen?
I don't know. Still don't know.
I don't know.
Outkicked your coverage on
I outkicked my coverage. Maybe I'm dreaming and I'll just wake up. It's a really long dream. Tomorrow night, this girl, she'll be on this side, right here. She'll have her mandolin, and she'll be sitting right here, and we'll be doing the Yeary Chapel sessions. And Jason, we're going to be singing, and we'll be conversing and talking, and I'll be picking on her. And I get away with a lot when I'm in front of a camera. and people are watching, right? I can say a lot of stuff and really, really rib her a lot. Golly, she's pretty. I love you. Okay.
Jen Ritter says now your numbers are going to go up because she just.
My numbers are going to go up. Yeah, can we somehow tape this to me? I should put it right on my shirt. Jan, my numbers are going to. You are so correct. Now watch this, and numbers are dropping. Okay. What's another? Should I do another? I can't see any comments.
Do another song.
Do another song. That's your comment.
Yeah.
Let me see what else I have. Hey, you know what? We did this song, Jason. We wrote a song called "I'm Not God."
You and Andy did?
Yes.
All right.
And but if I were, you know, more hard.
Someone's asking for same boat, so that might be same water.
Oh, same water. Let's see. Yeah, Andy and I had a conversation one day about how it'd be a great idea to write a song called "I'm Not God," and what would I do differently if I were God? I know that's well odd. How you going to write a song about that and it not be offensive? And, you know, but then the whole point of it being, you know what? I would have messed it up. God's got a plan. I don't know what it is, but I know He's got one. And I'm not God, but if I were, there'd be no more heartache, no more hurt. My Uncle Billy, well, he'd be back in church. I'd make him go. Yeah, if I were God, there'd be no hate, there'd be no war. The kids wouldn't know the meaning of poor, and grandmas would never die no more. At least they wouldn't. Not if I were God. But then again, what do I know? I'm sure He has a plan. 'Cause when I was out there scared and all alone, needing one more second chance, He showed me love like I'd never known. Yeah, I'm glad He's got the job, 'cause I'd have probably gave up a long time ago on me if I were God. If I were God, I could have seen me with all my anger and all my sin. Well, I wonder, would I have forgiven me again? Probably not. Not if I were God. So I still pray for Uncle Bill, you know. God keeps reaching for His hand, like He rescued me a long time ago with my one more second chance. He showed me love like I'd never known. Yeah, I'm glad He's got the job, 'cause I'd have probably gave up a long time ago on me if I were God. But He said, son, welcome back home. It's a good thing that I'm not God.
What a great song.
Isn't that a
Beautiful
great
song.
song, man? And I tell you what, every time I sing those songs, I am reminded, I go back to Andy and myself writing those songs, and Andy just a great writer, a great songwriter. It's really, he amazes me every time that we get together. We write songs. He's really good at it. He's good at writing the books, and he's good at writing the songs. Everything he does is great. And his teeth.
His teeth are great.
His teeth are perfect. I mean, listen, he's wearing a white shirt and his teeth stand out. That's white teeth. Wow.
You got a request for Everything's Gonna Be Alright and several requests for Same Water, Different Boat.
A request for Everything's Gonna Be Alright and Same Water, Different Boat. Maybe I'll just do little pieces of those.
Yeah.
How long have we been going, Jason?
Going about 30 minutes or so. It's 12:46.
12:46. Okay. Are people enjoying themselves? Are you enjoying yourself? My only goal is not to bore you to tears. It really is. Andy, how are you going to outdo Andy with those stories? His stories.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
So I'll just, but one person tell you you're having a good time, and I'll keep going. Okay? That's all I need. That's all I need. I tell my son all the time. I tell my kids all the time, you don't have to love me, just act like it. It works. Right? So it's good. Just, so I should do just a piece of, let's see if I can remember it. I'll do, hey, we all bleed and we all cry, some out loud, some inside. We all get knocked down sometimes, ain't that the truth? We all want what we don't have, we all love and we all look back. Tell me friends that don't die, sound like me and you. Yeah, we're all just riding on this rock together. We're all just kind of learning as we go. Trying to find a little break in stone together. Just out here trying to keep this thing afloat. Same water, different boat. 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 Just a snippet. Just a snippet.
Love that song.
Of that song. And then somebody wanted to hear a little bit of Everything's Gonna Be Alright. She rattled the ice in my iced tea cup. I said, yes, ma'am, fill her up. Tell me something good that I don't know. What something good I don't know. Tell me something good that I don't know. But boy, this world's been kicking my behind. Life ain't been a friend of mine. Lately I've been feeling kind of low. Even I forget my song. She looked back over her shoulder, pointed at the sign hanging up on the wall, and it said, everything gonna be alright. Everything gonna be alright. Nobody's gotta worry about nothing. Don't go hitting that panic button. It ain't near as bad as you think. Everything gonna be alright. 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 Somebody just sent in a lyric. Somebody literally just typed the whole thing out. But thank you for knowing my songs better than I do. Wow. A funny story, I was at a Kenny Chesney concert. Kenny came into town. We had the #1 party for that song, Kenny Chesney and David Lee Murphy, because I wrote that with David Lee Murphy and Chris Stevens. And so we're at the arena downtown. Kenny Chesney is putting on a big old concert, and just thousands of people. And I remember I was out in the audience, but I walked around. I had a pass to go anywhere I wanted to, so I was just looking around at all the people, because Kenny, the third song in his show, was another song of mine called "Till It's Gone" that I had written, and so he does that song. People are singing along. gets to Everything Is Going to Be All Right. We just had a #1 with it. And so I'm looking around and I'm just like, this is amazing, right? I'm looking at thousands of people singing 2 of my songs and I was in the moment, and in that moment I was just like, this is what it's about. And then a security guy tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Sir, you're going to have to get out of the way. You're in the fire lane." And I went, "Oh, sorry." And I moved. And it put life back into perspective.
Is that a pride? It was like a tap on the shoulder about pride?
It was like, "Sir, you're going to have to get out of the way. You're in the way. This is the fire lane." And I was just like, "Oh." But it's that's the way life is, man. You get caught up in yourself, and then you get kicked to the curb. It's just, it happens.
Rod Riley is tuned in, and he asks if you could sing "A Man Can Change."
Ah, woo! Rod, I know that you love that song. You know what I'll do? I'll probably sing that tomorrow at the church chapel session show that we do with Sonia Isaacs. A Man Can Change. But Rod Riley, thank you for tuning in. Rodney Riley, dear friend of mine, he did one of my shows with me. Great guitar player, cancer survivor, had lung cancer, was given about 8 months to live, and somehow he pulled through. And he's a year. He just celebrated his year free of chemo, and just did a show with me. So awesome, Rodney Riley, dear friend. And yeah, I will get that tomorrow.
Brittany Lane asks, how many songs have you written, or at this point, do you even keep track?
I have no idea.
Hundreds.
Yeah, hundreds. I typically, in any given week, I mean, it has slowed down with the quarantine stuff. It has slowed down a lot. Some, but I've been building up ideas and things of that nature. But on a normal week, I will write, and have for years. I mean, I'll write a few songs a week. So, and some weeks a song every day. So 5 a week. So there's a bunch of songs, but it's hard to get songs recorded. It really is. There's only so many artists, and there's lots of songs being written, so it's very competitive. And,
didn't you say you found one that was written about Andy?
Oh, a song written about Andy Andrews. Andy, I hope you're watching still and you haven't dozed off. But I noticed there's a gospel song that was written, I guess, for Andy. And I don't know if it was specifically for Andy Andrews, but it was definitely a... You see, it's up here somewhere. Andy walks with me. Andy talks with me. Probably didn't know that. Let's go here. And he tells me I'm his own, and the joy we share as we tarry there, none other will ever know. Andy walks with me, and Andy talks with me. I hope that made somebody chuckle.
We got a lot of laughs on it.
A lot of laughs. Good. Very important. I hope that you all have enjoyed yourself, and I hate that I can't see your comments. But it is what it is. It's just the way it is. I'm used to seeing people just. I need validation. That's what I need, Jason. I need to know that people like me, and when I don't see that, I just fall to pieces. I'm a wreck.
Someone says, do that song, He Couldn't Shut Him Up.
He couldn't shut him up.
Do you know what that is?
He couldn't shut him up.
Yeah.
What is that? He couldn't shut him up. Oh, you're
that?
talking about the Joseph Habedank song.
Yeah.
I don't know that one, but wow, yeah, that was a song that Joseph Habedank did when he was here. A song that he and I wrote, and I'm trying to see here. Is there? Of course, there's the one more song I can do that Andy and I wrote, right?
Yeah.
Because it is about Andy. It's about Andy. It should be today. Where is that lyric? Where is that? There it is. All right. Let's see.
lot of people like the Andy walks.
Oh, you people are like, Andy walks with me, Andy talks with me. That never gets old. Yeah, I need to work on that. Maybe change some of the lyrics.
Yeah.
So really, yeah, I'm gonna work on that.
That'd be great.
Yeah. See, this song that Andy and myself wrote called "Jesus Was a Man,"
That's
and
good.
I miss Sonia's mandolin on this, but I'll make it work. Let's see. Dusty clothes, tired eyes, hungry and thirsty, and he cried. He was cold in the winter, he was washed by the rain. He felt anger and pain. Jesus was a man, Jesus was a man, Jesus was a man just like you. He's been there, he's done that, he knows what you're going through. He came down here for a while, walked a mile in your shoes. Jesus was a man, Jesus was a man just like you. So if you feel alone, like nobody's been there, just hold on and remember, Jesus was a man, Jesus was a man, Jesus was a man just like you. He's been there, he's done that, he knows what you're going through. Came down here for a while, walked a mile in your shoes. Jesus was a man, Jesus was a man just like you. He's the fairest of 10,000, son of a king, lily of the valley, my everything. Jesus was a man, Jesus was a man just like you. Been there, he's done that, he knows what you're going through. He came down here for a while, walked a mile in your shoes. Jesus was a man just like you. Just like you. Dusty clothes, tired eyes, hungry and thirsty, and he cried.
Great song.
Yes. Jesus was a man. Thank you, Jason Elkins. Woo. You know what? I think possibly we should wrap this up. Should we wrap this up, Jason?
I think so. We got. If you want to do one more, we're good with that.
I don't know what I would do.
Okay.
What would I do? I could make something up. I could do Andy Walks again.
Let's hear a little bit more of that.
Well, I don't know. Did y'all have fun? Listen, Andy Andrews, thank you for allowing me and trusting in me. Your slot, your time, your 12:15, the Blue Plate Special, and I hope I've been goofy enough and silly enough and entertained you and didn't cause you to leave irritated or upset or offended. So I feel like I was okay.
I think you did great with that.
Thank you, Jason.
I don't think you offended anybody.
Good.
And Sony's not here. So.
Sony's not here. Tomorrow night, 5 o'clock, the Yeary Chapel session is going to be back with Sonia. It's going to be a good one. And she's raring to go. She's actually trying to pick out a dress right now. She's tuning up her mandolin. She's getting ready. She's excited. She's not. I'm just kidding. She's excited, but not the rest. Andy, love you. And I will talk to you soon. And everybody that tuned in, God bless you. And I look forward to seeing y'all soon again tomorrow night. Sonia Isaacs, the Blue Plate special on Friday with Jason Crabb. That's going to be something. And I'm trying to talk him into maybe hanging out and doing something that evening. But either way, I might have Billy Ryan back. The great Billy Ryan, or somebody. I'll have somebody, but I'll see y'all soon, okay? So see you, and goodbye.